right. That should do the trick. Now let's get this started, eh? Eh? Oh, Canada. Press on, take you. I don't remember.
You got 3 in here.
I swear, somewhere in the song, one of the lyrics has the word pizza in it. I swear.
Oh,
What? I have no idea what you just said, but it sounded important.
I just sound like, what do you mean?
The song that Virtuosa sings. I swear there's a moment in the song where she says pizza. Well, it is an Italian song. It seems almost foolish not to have pizza in there at least once. I mean, after all, it is pizza.
The pizza.
Do, 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 do. Oh, nope. No. Yep, there we go. All right. We should be good to go. Let's make some, while we're waiting on people to come in, I'll make a few adjustments. Make a few adjustments. How you doing? Seen your most recent vid? Good. Glad you're watching my vids, man. We need to make a few adjustments to her before we can finalize her for the legend. But she is very close to what I want. All right. Oh, she looks almost perfect. She looks almost perfect. Got a little bit further to go. Got a little bit further to go. Perfect. All right. That one might be good to get for. All right. All right, well, we better work with her if I'm going to get her up there. Do we have any orders? No. All right, then we're just going right into it. Off we go. Why do all my streamers play when I can't get on? I'm sorry, Francesco. Hey, Raven and everyone. I'm back from my vacation in Portugal. Got back home on Wednesday. Hey, glad to hear that, Nina. We're doing all right. Raven, I have a knight question. If a knight breaks his oath, can he be forgiven? Do you mean like a historical knight? Okay, so here's the thing about knights. You have two ways to look at it. You have knights who serve a lord or noble or king. And then you have knightly orders who serve the church. Now, when you swear an oath to your lord or noble, if you break your oath, that means that you've betrayed your lord, and in that case, you're subject to the laws of the lord. And thus, that would be a matter of their discretion. If you break your oath to the church, you'd probably either be kicked out of the order or excommunicated, depending on the severity of what you did. But if you're asking, could you be forgiven? I think it really does depend on the person by which who's being judged. Like, for example, if it was a minor thing, like not that big of a deal, you'd probably be okay. But if it was like a heretical thing, like you committed some kind of blasphemy or heresy, it might not be that easy. Are you going for a Templar? No. We're not going for a Templar. We are going for something else entirely. I don't know if you saw, but after seeing your last two videos, I asked if you were going to do your Virtuosa Legend video with your hero posing a respective hero leader, like Teamwa. No, that would be way too obvious. Here's the funny thing. When I did Teamwa, I didn't write him as an adversary to Nephrika because I dislike Nephrika as a character. I don't dislike Nephrika. I'm fine with him, but I thought it'd be creative if Teamwa was his adversary. However, as I'm working on this legend... Uh-oh, what's this? We got a dude who's in B, just being a bee farmer. In that case, we need to go over here and put a stop to that. Yeah, we put an end to that right there. All right. That Griffin was a runner, yeah. He was working on B. All right.
You lost Zone A.
We're taking C. I need to go to A. Put some pressure back on it. Good light parry. There you go. Y'all beat me. Good job. A two-way Virtuosa gank is hell. That's why I think she's gonna need some tweaks. She's gonna need some tweaks. Like, I love Virtuosa. I think she's awesome, but she's gonna need some tweaks to make her balanced.
You captured Zone A.
All right, I'm going to pull back and let them deal with it. I got to get to C. Yep, they've teamed up. These virtuosos figured out they could fight a lot better if they stayed as a team, so they're going to stick together. That's classic virtuosa behavior. No, I'm not the only one who thinks. No, I think it's a real problem. The issue Virtuosa has is her posture ability. While it's neat, and I think they tried to balance it, it's way too easy to use in an advantageous way, especially in ganks. There has to be a limit. There has to be a limit on it. I think what they may want to do is have it that each time she dodges in posture, it costs a little bit of stamina to do. Ah, crap. But yeah, my thing is what we need to do is make it so that her posture can't be so easily spammed. Make it so she can't auto-dodge bashes. Well, yeah, but if that's the case, though, then it's just another all-guard capability. I think what needs to be done is each time she dodges, she loses a bit of stamina, or if she stays in the posture a certain amount of time, she starts to lose stamina. Because the problem she has right now is it's way too easy to take advantage of.
Capture Zone A.
Damn. All right. Anyway, I'm warning everyone right now to stay away from DVD. It's a buggy mess. Okay. I'm staying away from it anyway. I'm not playing it right now until they fix it. But I doubt they will. In my opinion, I think behavior has just kind of decided that, you know, DBD, while they like it and all, they've gotten too complacent with it.
Enemy team is breaking.
Got a little too arrogant there.
Your team is breaking. Your team rallied.
The gank and C is real. Thank you for the $1. Really appreciate that, puppy.
Team is breaking. Your team is breaking.
They're probably going to just sit and see. It's just smarter. They can just gank and see and take advantage of their numbers. What the? Come on, game. But yeah, that's what I mean. They should lose a bit of stamina for just dodging like that. Well, that was weird. Yeah, I know it wasn't the game. I know it wasn't the game. I just got kicked. Server issue. I don't blame the enemy team. Well, let's try that again. Yeah, truly the most for honor. 2 survivors, I didn't more like it. So far, survivors have got more positive this year, while killers are either nerfed or forced to play sweaty in order to win. Yeah, right now it's hell for the killers. That's why I just don't want to play the game right now. I'm kind of taking a break from For Honor. I mean, not For Honor, Dead by Daylight. Besides, after catching up with all of my Dead by Daylight analysis videos, I mean, I know I've got to do the Walking Dead stuff, but do I have to? I hate The Walking Dead. I absolutely despise The Walking Dead. Hey Raven, just a quick question. What color are your characters wearing? I can't even tell if it's pink or red. It's supposed to be pink, red, and black, but with the lighting, it's a little hard to tell. I'm a Skull Merchant player. Nah, I get that. I like Skull Merchant too, but they've just really pissed on Skull Merchant. Oh boy, one of my least liked maps. I'm probably gonna do a tier list of the maps sometime. Like honestly.
You lost Zone C.
If they make a For Honor movie, will they drop the title? I don't know. I mean, yeah, if they say that, then I suppose that's fine. Not a lot I could do there. I had low health and I got ganked. Who's the Faerie Queen? Finally, someone asked. I was wondering when someone would ask about the title. That's the title for my new legend, the Virtuosa legend that I'm creating. With how many legends you release, Raven, would you be interested in making a legend series but with your subs legends? No. I've been asked that before and the answer is no. For various reasons. Well, the reason why is because here's think of it like this. Think of it from my perspective. Let's say that I start accepting my fans' legends to read. Okay, let's say that we start accepting those. Suddenly now all of my fans, all of my subs start going, "Oh, you'll read legends?" That means that any video I release, doesn't matter if it's a legend or an execution's graded or a heroes in history, whatever it is, I know the comment sections will be filled with, "Hey Raven, can you read my legend? Hey Raven, I know this is off topic, but will you read my legend? Hey Raven, I know that this isn't about the video, but will you read my legend?" I already get enough of those as it is. I get a butt ton of comments from people saying, "Hey, I know this doesn't have anything to do with the video, but would you be willing to hear me out on this?" And it's like, I don't want to just become a megaphone for everyone else's legends. I want people to tell their legends, but tell them their own way. You know, you can certainly share them with me. I have a Discord page where people sometimes send me their legends and I read them. So it's not like I won't read them. But the idea that the idea that I just start sharing them, like, people be, when are you gonna? Besides, I'm really bad about other people's legends. Like, I've got people who ask me all the time if I'll write a legend for their character. Normally I say no to that, because writing a legend, especially when it's not for a character I'm familiar with or have any relationship with, is always very difficult. It's so much harder to get into the headspace of a character that is not my own. And then there's the fact that people want me to tell their character stories. What if, and this is not to sound mean, but what if the story they created is objectively bad? I don't want to tell them I would read this, but this is crap. You know what I mean? Like, how would they feel if I said that, like, "Hey, you know what? I would read this, but your writing is garbage."
You lost, so you see.
I've gotten 6. How have I gotten 6 kills? I feel like I haven't gotten any. What's the Fiery Queen's name? Still working on that. I've got a few ideas, but I haven't figured it out yet. What's up, Sabosa? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this one either. Gotta trust my team here.
Enemy team is breaking.
I don't know why that Orochi decided to start emote spamming in the middle of a fight. It got him killed. Who do I think is the most brain dead hero right now? Itakiri.
The enemy rally.
Run away. You can emote all you want. We've got this. Run away now. I mean, he started that shit. I'm just following through. Well, the thing about... Okay, so here's the thing. I can't call Virtuosa brain dead. I know she's annoying to fight, but I don't think she's brain dead. You can't just press buttons with her and win. A brain dead hero to me is a hero who you don't even need to try. Just press buttons and win. Examples would be characters like Ocelot, Hitakiri, Shugoki. Those are characters you can just grab and say, hit buttons and win, hit buttons and win, hit buttons and win. Virtuosa, if you just hit buttons, you're going to, first of all, run out of stamina really quick, and two, get played like a fool. With Virtuosa, even though they're tough, they're annoying, they're not brain dead. You've got to have a brain to use her. Oh, Ocelot's brain dead, but I think Hitakiri's more brain dead. Because here's the thing about Ocelot. You've got to press different buttons and think about pressing those buttons. With more... Why are you doing this game? But anyway, with Hitakiri, it's just heavy, heavy, bash, heavy, heavy, bash, heavy, longer heavy, bash. But anyway... Raven, if someone did send you their legend and you say it's garbage, would that just hurt their feelings? Well, that's my concern. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't want to message someone and say, hey, your legend is objectively garbage and I'm ashamed of you for making. I don't want to do that. Even if I said it in a nice way, like, hey, man, I'd love to read your legend, but I don't think it's that good. Like, I think it needs to be improved before I can read it. Well, how does that make them feel? Because some of these people may have poured their heart and souls into it, you know? Hey Raven, I just saw your rant about the knights becoming the villains. I would have to agree with what someone said. You aren't angry, you're passionate. And I'm glad you think so. And I want to say this again. I said this in my video I released today, but I mean it. I want to be wrong. Genuinely, I want to be wrong. I want lore to come out or information to be presented that says, hey, the knights are not as bad as this lore claims. This is all biased from Virtuosa's perspective, and here's why we know. And I've had a lot of people say, how do you know this isn't just a biased perspective from Ilaria? And my response to that is, we don't know. I can't prove it isn't, but you can't prove it is. That's the problem. That's one of the big issues I take with this lore tidbit stuff. It's always so vague. So you could argue, yeah, I read this as it's just Ilaria, you know, being immature and misreading the situation and being biased. Yeah, that's a take you can have. It may be a valid take, but you have no evidence other than it's your assumption. Just like I have no other evidence than this is actual. See, the thing is, I can only take what's right in front of me and assume it's accurate. And since this lore that I took it from is not an Ilaria journal, it's from the lore called Walking Contradictions, I have to assume, okay, this is what the lore writers are saying about the knights. I don't want it to be the case, but it does appear to be the case. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. But until proven otherwise... That's what I have. Ravenite, do you know who framed Roger Rabbit is? Dude, I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's such a good movie. Oh my gosh. Eddie Valiant kind of got me into the noir genre. And let's be honest, every little boy everywhere saw Jessica Rabbit and it awakened something. Let's be real. Even my dad, it's like, his favorite line from Jessica was, "I'm not bad, I'm drawn that way." I'm like, dude, Who Framed Roger Rabbit's such a good movie. Alright, I may not win this one. Good kill, thank you. Is that fairy wings on your character? Yes, because she is Queen of the Fairies. And in my legend, I will explain what that means. You get the fairy wings from an outfit. Why is it not on her? Did I not put it on her standing still? That's weird. Raven Knight, I just had an amazing idea. Eddie Valiant and Judge Doom in DBD. No. Do not put Eddie Valiant in DBD. I don't want Eddie Valiant in DBD, please. No. Keep Eddie Valiant right where he is. You, sir, are a scallywag and a scoundrel. Pick up that glove if thee be a man of honor. I see you are not. Ha ha! I love that execution. It's such a good execution. I had to give it to her. I had to give it to her. Whoa. Ooh. Kyoshin's in a tied by... Oh, I thought he was wrong. Oh, he got the kill. We repeat this process, sir! It really is, I'm not gonna lie, it really is unfair to have two Virtuosas or more against one person. Like, it's so not fair. Oh man, good move. I thought for sure he was going to dodge. Instead, he just threw that heavy. That was a smart Highlander. That was a smart Highlander. I was not expecting that. Hey, Aaron, how you doing, man? Raven, I think a good way to balance Virtuosa is to make her auto-dodge use stamina when dodging. Yes, I said that earlier. I agree with that. I think that's a good way to balance her. I hope they do that. It would really help, because right now, the real issue that you have is Virtuosa can just sit in that posture as long as she damn wants without any consequences. Like, oh, but you could just guard break her, unless you're in a gank. The only character in the roster who can deal with a ganking Virtuosa is John Hu, because his zone is undodgeable. Whoa. Cringe Blackbeard alert. Cringe Blackbeard alert. I hate Blackbeard. Get this dick out of here. I hate it. I hate the hero skin. Get it out of here. Tinkerbell versus Captain Hook, yes. Just for that, you're gonna get the hero skin? Please, please don't. Don't do it just to spite me. If you like it, get it, but I wouldn't. What I hate is now I never see any female pirates anymore. It's just all those Blackbeard skins, and it's so irritating. Do you hate Blackbeard or just the fact that he was added into the game? I hate that he was added into the game. I don't hate Blackbeard as a historical figure, but I do think that Blackbeard historically is overrated. Or are you still salty about the siege of Charleston? I could care less about the siege of Charleston. Do you know how much effect that siege had? None. Old Blackbeard didn't kill anyone. He didn't take any lives. He just sat outside Charleston for a while acting like he was hot shit. This is the season. This is fine. Here's your male pirate and rape your hero. Leave us alone. Yeah, that's why I said previously. I think this was the season of Screw Raven. This was the season of Screw Raven. What did Raven say about pirate? Guys, Blackbeard's overrated. We got a really cool pirate hero right here. We don't need a Blackbeard pirate. What did Ubi say? Quick, give him a Blackbeard hero skin. No one will ever play female pirate again. What did Raven say about rapier heroes? I don't think we need a rapier in game, guys. I just don't think it's that interesting or good in a medieval military setting. What did Ubisoft do? Here's your rapier hero. We'll also give her lore so bad that it insults all the knights together, even though Raven has been defending the knights for a long ass time. It is just screw Raven this season. It really is. I got him! That was funny. I got him! He went down! I don't think the dev team hates me. I do. This is a theory. I don't know if it's true. I feel like the narrative team isn't fond of me. I think most of the developers are cool with me. Like, if they didn't like me, they wouldn't have reached out for me to do the faction video project. I do, though, think maybe the narrative team is annoyed by me. I think I do get off them. I do think that they get kind of mad at me. Because I critique the narrative, and they're like, stop it. And I want to say this, I don't think the narrative, look, I don't think the narrative is the worst I've ever read, but there are just ways it could be better. I like the rapier. Yeah, a lot of people do. My point stands, but yeah. And when did Holden Cross give up? That was in a lore tidbit that we got where it says that he quit and gave up. That Chimera basically disbanded and he was done trying. Did I just fall? Yeah. Below. Hey, Elden Ring. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Wish we had gotten Edward Kenway instead of Coalheart for the pirate skin. I feel like if they did Edward Kenway, though, that'd just be such a blatant Assassin's Creed ripoff. Nah. I think they wanted to do something a bit more creative. I think it's a false flag to say he went out to get the next hero skin character, the next Wooland. Yeah, that could be what he's done. That could be what he's done. But it does seem kind of sad that your whole existence is basically, hold on, let me go get backup. Because isn't that what he did with the Varangians? He went to Katla and told her to go get the Varangians. It's kind of sad that's what so many characters exist to do now. Griffin doesn't do anything. He just finds other people to solve his problems. Well, they did Ezio. That was because of a specific Assassin's Creed crossover. Oh, you read the faction order lore? Yeah, I do. Actually, that lore tidbit said to me he threw in the towel. Yeah, but in another lore tidbit, it said that Chimera had disbanded. So, there's that too. I'm the only Virtuosa on the field. It's kind of crazy. Wow. That happened. Wait, what issue would there be with more Assassin's Creed stuff, though? Doesn't Ubi own both IPs? The issue is internal consistency. Assassin's Creed and For Honor are two different IPs, even though Ubisoft owns both of them. Think of it like this. Ubisoft also owns Rainbow Six Siege. What if we just added Blackbeard from Rainbow Six Siege into For Honor? If the argument is, well, they own both IPs, well, there's no reason they couldn't do that, you know? Make a Lorgar themed Black Prior build? No. Because Lorgar used a mace. That'd be really funny. Oh, absolutely, it would. Well, and that's the difference between me and a lot of other people. See, for me, I like internal consistency. I like seeing internal consistency. I like seeing things that connect to history. But a lot of people don't give a damn. And that's one of the problems with my channel. But yeah, I get inundated with comments constantly from people saying no one cares about the lore, no one cares about history, no one cares about realism. Alright, see what I mean? She can just sit in that posture. Man, we're not doing well this match. I've gotten 4 kills, which is great, but we are not doing well.
You captured Zone A. You captured Zone C.
If thou be a woman of honor, meet me on the field of battle. Oh, we're already here. Oh, well, you die then. What would it have taken for Vikings to have sailed to Japan and encountered the samurai? Literally a miracle. That's way too far for them. They would not have had the supplies, resources, or capability. Especially when you consider that Vikings generally were afraid to sail out into deeper waters. They usually stuck close to coastlines. Hey, $5 from Tech Girl. Raven, everything went well on Tuesday with my school. Just want to ask thank you. I want to say thank you and hope this helps you. Thank you very much. It does help. It definitely does help. Thank you very much. Did they never sail around the Arctic Circle? Not that I know of. Here we go again. Crap. I did my best to hold out. Couldn't do it.
The enemy rally.
Which hero is my favorite one in For Honor? Probably Nusha. Nusha, Warden. Those two are probably my favorites to play.
The enemy.
I just love Nusha, Tiandi, and Warden are probably my three favorites. Nusha, Tiandi, and Warden. Don't get me wrong, I love Virtuosa and she is fun, but if I were to guess my favorite play style, it would be Nusha, Tiandi, Warden. Are they all just gonna sit in A? Okay. Well, congrats, you got me. Of the heroes who don't have a unique hero skin, who would you want to get one? I don't know. Zhongjun, probably.
You captured Zone A.
That did it.
Victory.
Why did the Vikings travel in every direction except because it got way colder the further north they went? They wanted lands that they could settle, but they were already in the northern parts of the world. The Vikings had settled in the Vikings originally came from the northernmost parts of Europe. They couldn't go any further north because there's nothing to settle there. See, the Vikings traveled to find land they could settle on, trade with, live off of. Going north means they go to icy terrain that they can't use. It would have been stupid. Of the heroes who don't have any... Oh, already. You talked about one who don't have one... I'm talking about just unique hero skins. Your Virtuosa fashion is beautiful. Thank you. I worked very hard on her. I heard a rumor that the new Wulin here will be a Lu Bu type character. I don't know. It sounds like wishful thinking. I mean, if they just pull everything from Dynasty Warriors, I don't... What I really want, guys, what I really want is a Wulin here with a Xion. That's what I really want. Now, will they do that? I don't know. I'd like them to. I feel like shaking things up. Let's go Tiandi. I've been playing Virtuoso a lot. I need a break. I need to play someone else. I need to play someone else for a bit. Don't worry, we're going to get Virtuoso to Rep 7 tonight. We will. We're going to get Virtuoso to Rep 7 before we call it, but I want to shake things up. The new hero will have nunchucks. Probably not, since nunchucks were an Okinawan Japanese weapon and the Wulin are Chinese, so I don't think so. Oh, hold on. I just got a notification about a comment. Let me see. This isn't. Oh, it's not on the For Honor video. It's on my K-pop Demon Hunters review. This isn't a Christian movie. It is a feminist movie. Hey, Lark. Come here real quick. Read this comment. Read this comment. I know, right? Oh my god. Do I know the culture infection that is Bruce Lee? Yeah, I know of him. I know of him. That doesn't change the origin of the nunchucks. I mean, by that logic, Chuck Norris took karate. Does that mean karate is now American? Oh my god, what? Well, that happened. Yay! Yorm got revenge. Anyway. But yeah, apparently I got a comment saying that K-pop Demon Hunters isn't a Christian movie. I never said it was. It's a feminist movie. How the hell is it feminist? Like, I never said it was Christian. I know it's not Christian. Ah, the crushing counter. Why? Raven, I don't mean to upset you with news on LED since you don't like them, but in their latest vid, they said how being in a movie theater can't let demons into their life. So I told them they are made of steel. Okay, so they said being in a movie theater can let demons into their... How is being in a movie theater letting demons in... I'm convinced that there was... You didn't upset me, I just don't understand LED's logic. I'm a crap. Mom, why is my stream streaming? Mom, okay, I'm sorry. Like, look, if you want to argue that a movie is satanic, sure, fine, whatever, we can have that conversation. But saying going into a movie theater itself is satanic. Next, they're actually going to say that going into a church is satanic. Watch them. Wait, I just realized it. This match has no virtuosas. Well, I honestly think it's because some people are just tired of her, if I'm being honest. I get that. I get it. I'm going to heal up. I'm not a big fan of K-pop music, but we had a really good romance building. I'll be honest, I just thought it was a good movie. Like, K-pop Demon Hunters, I thought it was honestly a good movie. And the songs were great. Holy crap. True story, guys. I was out eating dinner with my brother the other day, and Your Idol, one of the songs from the movie, was on the radio. And then Hannah messaged me later to say that while she was at work at her job, the radio in the store she works at started playing Golden from the same movie. Like, not even joking. Is that not crazy? If I had to pick my favorite song from the movie, it would be Your Idol. I think that one's my favorite. But if I had to pick a different one, I'm going to say Golden. Golden I thought was just so good. And I know a lot of people like How It's Done, which was the opening song. And that's fine. I thought that song was good. But gotta go heal. But I also gotta save my buddy Nate. No! Oh, baby boy. I shall now baptize you in the Jordan River! That's how it's done. Another thing I liked in the movie was the drama. Yeah, drama was pretty good too. I'm surprised LED hasn't done a video on it. On K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm surprised they haven't done that. That was good. We did good there. It was nice to take a break from, Here's the thing. I'm not someone who can just play one hero forever. That's one thing that Wexra, you know, the PK queen, she blows my mind. She could just play every match with PK, just every match. She never gets bored of PK. And I'm like, how do you do it? How do you do that? How do you never get tired of, like, one hero? Like, I gotta switch it up. I gotta play different heroes, man. Like, I love playing different characters, but there are some people, like, all you do is just say, I got this one character, I play them nonstop. Although I was talking to Wexra the other day, and I was saying, okay, be honest with me, is Virtuosa your new main? And she said yes. Like, she was like, yes. There's too many hybrids and not enough Vanguards. Well, okay, so here's the thing about why there's so few Vanguards. What is a Vanguard? What is a Vanguard? Really think about it. A Vanguard is a frontal line unit. The Vanguard are basically the ones you send in first to break the back of the enemy. They are the forward unit. They are the representatives of your unit. So for the Knights it was Warden, because they are the face of the Knights. The Raider, they are the face of the Vikings. The Kensei are the face of the Samurai. And the Tiandi are the face of the Wulin. Warmonger was made a Vanguard because she was the face of Horkos. They are a Vanguard of their own whole thing, Horkos. Now, let's take a look at the Outlanders. They are not a uniform group. They are all individuals within their own thing, so you can't really have a Vanguard of individual units. And the reason you don't have other Vanguards of the other factions is because none of them are the faces of those factions. I answered that, Jackson. Griffin is not a Vanguard. No, because he's not the face of Chimera. He helps Chimera. He helped get Chimera off the ground, but he doesn't consider himself the face of it. He's not its leader. That'd be Hervis Daubeny. Daubeny is the leader. And besides, Griffin's whole motif is that he takes elements from other factions, so he is a hybrid by definition. I'm dangerous.
You captured Zone C.
That's what you say whenever you swing an out of stamina attack. You're just dangerous. Raven, if you were to create a new Vanguard for the Vikings, Samurai, and Wulin, who would it be? I have no idea. For the Samurai, I think they've got pretty much everything they need. For the Vikings, I don't know what weapon or hero you could add next. As for a new Vanguard for the Wulin, oh, yeah, sure. How about a Geon Warrior? An artful scholar. What would a Vanguard that represents the Outlanders be? Well, that's the thing. The Outlanders aren't a uniform group. The Outlanders are individuals. The Outlanders are just a group to represent all the ones who don't have anything yet. That ought to turn it around. Now I can go to A and save Virtuosa. Hang in there, Virtuosa. Don't beat his revenge. I got this. Good job. Magi must be a good counter to Virtuosa. Not really. The good counters of Virtuosa are characters who have easy access to undodgeables. The best counters of Virtuosa are... Also, if they have an all guard, they'll usually be pretty good. So Black Prior is a good counter. He's an excellent counter. Nobushi's a great counter. Kyoshin's a good counter. I'll leave that to you. I need to go heal. I miss playing Hatun. Hatun's a fun hero. I know she gets shit, but I actually really like Hatun. And anybody remember her name? And you remember this Hatun's name? Do y'all remember? And you remember her? Anyone want to take a stab? There we go. Lepecula got it. So Raven, who's your favorite character from K-pop Demon Hunters? Ah, damn. It's tough. That's tough. Gotta be Zoe. Gotta be Zoe. She's just so fun. I like Zoe. Although I like Mira's weapon the most. She has a pole arm, for God's sakes, and I'm all about pole arms, man. So that's really awesome. But I think I like Zoe's attitude. Wait, the Varangian guard quit? Hey, here's a question for chat. I'm kind of curious. Who is your favorite legend I've created? No, you spelled it right, Mama K. It's Guandao. It is Guandao. Because actually, think about what the name means. Guandao means sword of Guan, because Dao means sword, and Guan is the name of Guan Yu, who was famous for using the weapon. He was so famous for using the weapon, they named it after him, calling it a Guandao, or Guan sword. Good kill. Anyway. Alright, so let's see what we got. We got Alahai, we got Ruth, yep, we gotta love Ruth. Deborah, oh, Deborah, cool. Matsunaga Rio and Ruth, cool. Hatun, Kimiko, and Ultor, Havix. Not sure, I mean, if you're gonna count Ultor, that's someone else's. I forgot the name of the Lawbringer one that was so good. Oh, Richard Blackthorn, hey, Rosa. Richard the Black Dragon, yep. Alahai, very cool. The Sint who became a warden. Oh, that's Havix again. Oh man, y'all love the lore I've written for Havix characters, huh? Cool. Tianqi Long, nice. Got to vote for Tianqi Long. Very cool. Hey, $20 from Darth Enigma. Greetings, Raven. I'm new here. Two things that continue to bother me about For Honor. Number one, the Woolen don't have a Gianna hero yet. That bothers me too, Darth Enigma. That bothers me too. And number two, Virtuosa hero isn't in the Night faction. That bothers me as well. We are of like mind on this, Darth Enigma. And welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Glad to have all newcomers. We were just talking about our favorite legends that I've written. So, hey, glad you're here. Glad you're here. And thank you for the $20. Appreciate it. Why did the devs give Sohei a Yari instead of a Nagamaki? Because in history, Benkei was famous for carrying a Yari, Or Naginata, rather. He was actually famous for carrying a Naginata. But because Nobushi has a Naginata, they decided to give him a Yari. Also, favorite legend of yours to me is Ermengarde, the Maiden of Slaughter. Really? Your favorite was Ermengarde? That is a surprise. I don't mind that. I'm surprised. I honestly didn't think many people liked Ermengarde's legend. Part of it being because a lot of people don't like Varangian, but wow, I am pleased by that. I'm glad you liked that one. That is awesome. All right, it's time for me to jump back into Virtuosa. We took a break. It's time to level her up some more. Yeah, Ultor and that Centurion were Havoc's characters. I just made them into legends. Well, no, I'll give full credit where credit's due. Ultor's legend was started by Eridalupi. She made a short story about Ultor and gave him the name, and I thought the story she wrote was good, but I wanted to continue it. So I wrote a story where Ultor met Ruth, and that's where that came from. Deborah has got to be one of your best. Oh, wow. Thank you, Nitro. Appreciate that. Lami was also really good. Oh, I was so worried no one would like Lami. I was really so worried. Thank you, Vulpecula. Speaking of Blackthorn, I started watching Shogun recently. Hold on, Jackson. Are you watching the original TV miniseries, or are you watching the recent one? Because they are different. And the current one's okay, but the original's awesome. It made me play VG for the next week and a half. Awesome. I get you. Kensei Yoroguma will always be your favorite. Okay, Matsunaga Ria. Baoshin. First Baoshin vote. Nice. Okay. I like the Gladiator. Maria then. Okay, Maria. Hello, Atla. Raven, I have 2 other Virtuosas and a Coal Heart in my team. You have my sympathies. The remake. Okay, well, all right. The remake's okay, but it'll never be as good as the original. The original's too good. Godric. Godric Leadus. That dude is awesome. I loved writing Godric. That was so cool. Matsunagari will always be my favorite in my Spooter loving here. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. That's fine. Ruth Thomas. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Raider. Oh, okay. All right. Good to know which ones y'all like. Good to know which ones y'all enjoyed. I don't think anyone, though, liked my Zhan Hu one. The Zhan Hu one got so little attention. And I also didn't get a lot of likes for the pirate one, which is really sad because the pirate one was kind of in 2 parts, wasn't it? Remember Fondling? Weren't other Sohei known for using Nagamaki? Historically, yes, Sohei were known for using Nagamaki, but they based this Sohei off of Benkei. And Benkei was not famous for using a Nagamaki. Whoa, what the? Oh, he just ran out of frame. There we go. What are you talking about? The legends I've written.
You captured Zone A.
We're talking about the legends I've written. I write legends in For Honor. Ooh, good read. No. Hey! We took each other down in mutually assured destruction. Oh no, we gotta thank her. Which one's it? The enemy Virtuosa's a thanker. No! No! That's so sad. That's so sad. Raven, I have a story for Virtuosa that wants to expose Ilaria for something at the very least. She doesn't like her, this is good, and there's anything you think I could add to make it good? Here's the thing, I would always avoid writing revenge for spiteful reasons. I'm not saying you can't, but it's going to be obvious to your audience if that's what you do. What is your thing, bro? Good bro, you needed your friend to save your ass. Oh my lord.
You lost Zone C. You captured Zone C.
Good read. Good kill.
You lost Zone C.
Excellent work. She did very well there.
You lost Zone A.
What do you think Centurion Gladiator would think of Virtuosa? Gladiator would love her because she's a showboat and that's what he's all about. Centurion would find her an immature little chick who needs to check herself before she wrecks herself. Need to go to A. Let's focus on zones. I'll let them deal with that. Oh no, the toxic one quit. I knew I was missing some toxicity.
You captured Zone C.
Not a lot I could do. I was being ganked. Man, I'm doing real bad this match. I gotta step up my game a bit.
Lost Zone C.
What do I think was the funniest moment in K-pop Demon Hunters? Probably during the Soda Pop song when the girls weren't sure what to like when the girls were reacting to all of the stuff they were doing. I don't think we're gonna win this one, guys. Yeah, there went one of our players. It was the Highlander. Well, maybe with a bot 3 Highlander we'll do better.
You captured Zone C.
I think Pirate should have been part of the Wulan. What the?
You captured Zone A.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. What that one Virtuosa player did. She just knew, I'll just sit in my posture. There's nothing they can do. If they external strike me, I'll just dodge it and riposte. And I don't lose stamina doing this. I can just sit like this as long as I feel like, and it is way too safe. I feel like it's nothing more than like when Kyoshin goes into their all guard. It really is pathetic. It gives a very unfair advantage to the Virtuosa in a ganking situation. Which is ironic because I know they created this character to be duels based. There we go. Oh well. Yeah, we were up against some cringe Virtuosa strats. But it's just too easy for them. I can't blame them. Would have been cool if the Pirate Hero skin was based on hay-ridden Barbarossa. No, I just think we didn't need a male pirate skin. I think that the problem is we got whiny people and For Honor caved to them. It's a real shame. I think we had way too many whiny people who bitched and moaned like, oh, we want Blackbeard. We don't want lady Chinese lady. We wanted Blackbeard. And so they caved. Raven, are you opposed to fairy tales, For Honor stories, or to silly stories? Like, would you like a story that involves dragons, zombies, Oni, and whatnot, but the story is well written and structured? Do you mean in For Honor? As long as it's structured well, I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. Wait, why am I in the same... Why? What? It looks like I'm in the same group again. Are you serious? Okay, alright, whatever. Whatever. Let's mix it up. Let's go Black Prior this time. Let's mix it up. Let's go Black Prior, because I expect some Virtuosa and I want to be able to counter him. Oh, only one Virtuosa this time? Man, I'm seeing fewer and fewer Virtuosas lately. I think part of it's because people are getting kind of sick of them. Raven, can I ask you something? Yeah, man, go ahead. All right, Nina, take care of yourself. I will see you next time. Thanks for dropping in again. Why do some people say that technology is witchcraft? They probably get they probably get the idea from the screw tape letters. That's where they probably get the idea from. It's stupid, but yeah, that's where they get the idea. Admittedly, I panic dodged. They're all going to C, but we need someone in A. Hey, Highlander. Whoa, what a light parry. Where was this player earlier? Earlier when I was playing you, I mopped the floor with you, bro. Where was that player earlier? A ganking A, oh boy. Yeah, I don't think we got this one either. This is gonna be a rough one, guys. Raven, you own any armor? No. I can't believe Highlanders can get away with that shit. Like, he can just whiff a kick right after missing the first kick. What the fuck? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Highlanders are more annoying than I thought. Is armor more expensive than weapons? Usually. Usually, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have to just whiff some lights here, I think.
You captured Zone C.
How much would it cost him to have custom armor and weapons made? Depends on the manufacturer. Any type of steel and items you're trying to make. It can range in the thousands of dollars if I'm being honest. Good read. All right.
Lost zone C.
The one time you should have parried, you did not. I met a guy who told me about some cool characters. Yeah, I read that, Jackson. What's with the ganking going on?
You lost zone A.
What the? I could have sworn I was close enough. Never mind. Well, I mean, Jackson, I didn't know who you were writing it for. Like, let me ask you, Jackson, what did you want me to do with that information? Like, I mean, you told me that a guy made some cool named characters. That's nice. What do you want me to do with that information? Do you want me to say cool? Do you want me to say, oh wow, tell me more? Do you want me to say, what did you want me to do with that information? That's like if I told chat, oh, by the way, guys, Burger King has a new line of burgers. Okay. What can we do with this information? Yeah, I'll deal with that. I guess I just supposed you to comment on the names that were given. They sound fine to me. They sound cool. I'm cool with them. I don't have anything against them.
Your team is ready.
I could have sworn I timed that right, but whatever. Oh well. So be it. Where did you get that vampire execution? It was a limited time Halloween execution from a few years back.
Lost zone C. Defeat.
Not having much luck these last few matches. Maybe that's a sign it's time to go to Breach. Alright, let's go ahead and go to Breach. It's time. It's time. Starting to have some rough matches. It's time to switch it up. Alright. He said the Kensei was given the name Hakudoshi Kensei Hayabusa because of his unique background and all-white armor set. He probably named him Hakudoshi, if I had to guess, off of a character from Inuyasha. Kensei because it means sword saint. And Hayabusa... Probably because if he used the right kanji, that can mean peregrine falcon. So he's referring to himself as an Inuyasha character. Now, granted, the name Hakudoshi does mean white child, because Hakudoshi can mean white child. Then you have white child, so the white child, sword saint, peregrine falcon. So if that's what he's trying to go for. Have I ever been to medieval times? Once, yeah. Finally got a match. Good, good, good. All right. I want to get her to rep 7, so let's play her. Oh, the crowns, it just basically means that you're one of the top chatters. Yeah, the more you comment, the more you send super chats, the more you add stickers and stuff like that, you get XP, and the people who chat the most are on the leaderboard for the chat. That's what that means. Did I tweak my legend designs? Some of them, and I've made videos where there were major tweaks, but I haven't tweaked many lately. The next time I make a major tweak, I will let y'all know. Raven, what is a meteor hammer? It's kind of Warhammer. How much XP do I need before I level up? I don't know. I would need to check the leaderboard. And I'm in the middle of a match, so I can't. Anyway, since I am now doing Breach for 2 matches, I will now accept questions or topics of conversation or anything else of that nature. Would love to have a chat. Raven, do you think a Woolen here with a Geon sword will work in For Honor setting? Yes, 100%. In fact, it would make even more sense than a rapier, if I'm being honest. Yeah, the XP thing is a new feature. It's something that YouTube recently added. It's not like something I purposefully added. It's something YouTube did. Is For Honor low fantasy? Yeah, kind of. Alternative history, low fantasy, I would say. Not quite there yet. Should we get a rant going? Well, I mean, if you want me to talk about something, just ask. I'm not as good at just ranting off the cuff. Usually I need something to spark it. Taco Bell or McDonald's? Phew, I'd rather not go to either, really. Would you rant about spruce bark beetles? Do y'all even know why I do that? Why I go off on spruce bark beetles? Do y'all even know the reason for that? Like, let me know in chat if y'all actually know the reason why I lose my crap every time someone brings up spruce bark beetles. Rant on Hellbots joining Has-Been Hotel on Amazon. Really? Hell of a Boss is now on Amazon with... Oh my lord. As my dad would say when I was a kid, people really will watch anything. I find it ironic LAD says that you could get you could be possessed by a devil for going to a movie theater. Really? Because I think there are worse things streaming. Oh my gosh. But yeah, does anyone even want to know why I rant about Spruce Park? Yeah, then no, y'all don't. Moving on. Moving on. I would ask you to rant about the treatment of the Knights, but I feel like you've gotten that out of your system by now. Yeah, I've gone into that enough. The banner's not available right now, Rosa. I see your message, but it's still not available. Yeah, we can only hope. We can only hope, Jackson. What's my favorite riff tracks? Oh gosh, oh, that's so mean. Don't ask me such a hard question. I love so many. I was actually watching riff tracks with my brother earlier today. Let's see. Most of the Harry Potter ones are hysterical. Me and my brother also love Jack the Giant Killer. Jack the Giant Killer is so good. Then, of course, you can't go wrong with Birdemic. Birdemic is just so great. Let's see. What's another good one? Giant Spider Invasion, especially the live version, is great. Yeah, dude, just Giant Spider Invasion is peak. The Sharknado ones are dope. I haven't seen the Sharknado ones, but I've seen the Lord of the Rings ones, which are really good too. Oh, also a talking cat is pretty funny. But genuinely, also, I'm not gonna lie, the Twilight ones. I honestly had trouble getting through the third Twilight one because even with their help, it was such a bad movie. Even with the help of riff tracks, that movie was still so bad. The first and second one were hysterical. The third one, I was like, God, this is dragging. It was actually breaking me. I was losing my will to live. The only way to watch the Twilight movies is to watch riff tracks. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Raven, what are your thoughts on the Loch Ness Monster? I'm still a fan of plesiosaur idea. I don't think it's real. I think people will sensationalize anything. But yeah, y'all, no doubt, riff tracks is the best way to watch bad movies. I'm working on a Dante build for my BP ending the cross execution to finish it. Okay. Okay, bro, Jackson, you don't need to send it 3 times. I just responded to it. Just because it takes me a minute doesn't mean I haven't seen it. Let's calm down. What's your favorite Sith Lord? Darth Vader. Just because Darth Vader's kick ass, I guess. What's the best Scooby-Doo movie? Probably Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Yes, I know Dante Alighieri. I figured you meant Dante Alighieri. I didn't think you meant another Dante. Because who else would you mean? Although Dante Alighieri from the Divine Comedy is infinitely better than Dante from Devil May Cry. I want to watch Rift Tracks after this. Favorite song from the Zombie Island movie? I mean, there weren't a lot, but obviously Terror Time. Terror Time was the best song. I'm getting kind of tired. I want to watch Rift Tracks before I go to bed. Will I be able to? I don't know if I'll be able to make it to Rep 7. Will we be able to? I don't know. We are really close. Do you have a favorite Chinese dynasty? Probably the Han. The Han dynasty. The Ghost is here as a close second. Yeah, but I just feel like Terror Time is the best. Should we rant about Velma given the Scooby-Doo topic? Nah, it's not even a horse worth beating anymore. No one cares about the Velma stuff. Like, Velma's gone the way of the dodo, and I don't think anyone cares about it anymore, so not a lot of point in harping on that one. Every night, probably my only question, but if somehow LED found For Honor and made a video about it, would you respond? Yes, if LED made a video about For Honor, I would respond to it, because For Honor is something that I care a great deal about, and I would, of course, defend it from LED, because they have no inkling of what they're talking about with anything, so... Do I think that Destiny is an allegory for Protestantism? I don't think so. Oh, wow. I don't think so. Aren't they Seventh-day Adventists? Yeah, I think they are. But I honestly don't think they could find anything in For Honor to really harp on. There's nothing about it that's so anti-Christian that they'd have to go after it. But to be fair, they'll find anything that's secular and go after it. Ugh. Well, the thing is, SkullMD, the reason I don't want to respond to them anymore is because all their arguments have gotten to be the same. They're all the same arguments, and they show a gross lack of understanding or willingness to understand. You know, I've noticed EC has been quite delayed. Have they learned their lesson? You mean extra credits? I don't know. I don't really follow. Here's the thing. I don't actively follow channels just to respond to them. It's not that I'm actively looking like, oh, I better find some more stuff to criticize. No, I don't operate that way. Guys, stop him. He's got the banner. Never mind. Alright, later, SkullMD. Thanks for dropping in. Which I think is the most misunderstood ancient civilization. Medieval, or the Middle Ages of Europe. I think that is a very misunderstood era of history, because a lot of people don't understand the first thing about it, and you can see that in media discussing it. A lot of people don't get it. I mean, when you look at media nowadays and the way people treat the Middle Ages, like, it's very clear that they assume the worst things about it. Like, every time you see, like, something taking place in the Middle Ages, it always looks dirty and everyone just wears brown or gray. But they had color. Like, you know, there was color, there was vibrancy, there was livelihood. Hello, Raven Knight. I agree. Not enough people understand the Middle Ages. I can even break dance in plate armor. Yeah, I think a lot of people just make a lot of false assumptions about the Middle Ages because there's a heavy Christian bias. Everyone thinks that it was just a time of stupidity and superstition, which is not true. There was actually a lot of education, medicinal practices. The first universities were established in the Middle Ages. In fact, the Vatican went to great lengths to try to preserve the scientific, mathematic, and historic and literary works of the Roman era. Like, I've heard people try to say, you know, the Middle Ages were so barbaric, they burned the Library of Alexandria. No, they didn't. Tell us who actually burned it. Tell it. Lark! You wanna weigh in on this one? Because I know you know the answer.
What's the question?
People like to say that the Christians burned the Library of Alexandria.
Which time?
Because the argument is that the Middle Ages were just a bunch of backward, superstitious nonsense, not a time of math or science or study. It was just, you know, anger, witchcraft, and praying to the sky, and they were so afraid of learning that they burned the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah, no, that's not it. By the time it was burned, the Library of Alexandria, one was really more of an accident than anything else.
Here, wear this.
But yeah, so realistically speaking, the Library of Alexandria hadn't really become like it was no longer a great center of learning like it was in antiquity. In fact, there was a lot of cult practices going on in there, and as much as we might mourn the loss of such intelligence and works of antiquity, the sad fact of the matter is most of the works were already copied or moved out by the time the library burned. And bear in mind, it wasn't just burnt once. When the Romans went through initially, it got burned. Also, I'm pretty sure Caracolla burned it down when he was burning down the rest of Alexandria because he got butthurt over a play. So to look at it and go, oh, all the Christians did that, not really that fair to say. So, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Good, thank you. Let me put my headphones back on. Thought you'd like to weigh in on that.
Yep, there's another misconception.
Well, we were just talking about misconception because I was asked which era of history or ancient civilization do I think is the most misunderstood, and I said the Middle Ages because I think a lot of people, like I pointed out something you did, like even in media like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that or Game of Thrones, they somehow get this idea that everyone wears brown or gray or just, but there was color. You wore colorful clothes back then.
What's kind of ironic is like movies back in the 40s and 50s actually are more accurate with the color scheme than modern movies were. Because like, no, you had more than just black and brown. Let me put it in perspective. We talked about this last night. When the Puritans took over England, there was a lot of complaint because one of the few colors they were allowed to wear was black and brown. So if they were complaining about that, that means before that point, there were other colors that were common enough to wear. Now, some colors were hard to come by, like purple was very expensive. That's the reason why only royalty or someone of equal status would wear it. But the idea that, oh, everyone just had one various different shade of brown or whatever is ridiculous.
Exactly.
People knew how to make dyes. In fact, you could make a lot of money in the medieval ages making dyes.
I think as this person said in the comments, I think the most overlooked fact of the Middle Ages is the research and invention done by the church. I might be wrong or missing info on this, so correct me if I'm wrong. There was research done. There was study done. In fact, there were a lot of philosophers and thinkers that existed during the time in the church during the time. In fact, the church helped to protect, preserve, and grow a lot of the stuff we got from Rome. You know, from Rome and Greece. So it's not. There was this common misconception that the church was trying to do away with all the old stuff, like get rid of old things because they considered it unholy or evil. This is not true. In fact, believe it or not, the church in the Middle Ages really wanted to try to do away with all the crazy superstition that was going on because it wasn't conducive, healthy, or helpful. That's part of the reason the Inquisition existed. because there was this time period where everyone thought everything was heresy. Just, oh yeah, this is a heresy, this is a heresy. You needed people who understood scripture, who could walk in and say, no, this isn't witchcraft, this isn't heresy, this isn't any of that. So the notion that, you know, I think that's what a lot of people think about the Inquisition, that it's just a bunch of holy men coming in and they want to find witches, so they just find innocent people and go, confess that you're a witch. But I'm not a witch. Confess that you're a witch or I'll break your kneecaps. You know, just consistently torturing people to make them confess to something that isn't true. That's not what they were required to do. The Inquisition's job was to help shed light on the lies.
In fact, realistically, the only Inquisition that actually got truly nasty would be the Roman one.
That's what I said the other night. And the only reason the Spanish one gets bad prep is because of the manner in which they were created and the British selling propaganda.
Yep. Yeah, there's a French Inquisition and English Inquisition. But I will admit, the Spanish Inquisition had the best musical number.
Yes. Yeah, gotta agree with that. I heard a conspiracy that 500 years ago were added to that 500 years were added to human history during which nothing happened, something during the Middle Ages.
Yes, that's a theory that came out of a Russian mathematician who noticed patterns, and he thought that he could explain it away. And of course, the 500 years of missing stuff ever so conveniently meant that all the cool stuff that happened in Rome and all that actually happened in Russia. Totally trust me. Just ignore all archaeological evidence for now.
It's kind of like whenever you hear a black supremacist claim that black people were responsible from everything around the world, from Japan to China to everything, like just everywhere, just they were responsible for all this shit. I would love to attend one of those Renaissance fairs at some point. The medieval culture and fantasy is my favorite. Yeah, for sure. Raven Knight, I think half of the medieval misconceptions could be solved if propaganda departments just kept their mouths shut. I think half the Middle Ages issues would be solved if people just did some damn research. We was kings, samurais, pharaohs, knights, and shit. Well, here's the thing. I'm not discounting what black people have done in history. I mean, they have done plenty of great things in history, and African history needs to be something studied and appreciated more. I will say this till the day I die. But to undermine the advancements and things done by other cultures of other races is no less racist than saying black people didn't contribute anything to society. Like saying that, oh no, you know, the Chinese and the Japanese didn't create all the stuff they did. That was clearly black people. America was not built upon understandings from Judeo-Christian and European ideologies. It was all black people. Europe was not built on the backs of various countries and cultures. But no, it was black slaves. Like, it just comes down to this idea that, do you not realize, hold on, let me heal up my team. Do you not realize just how much that harms discourse? Almost won, guys, and then we'll call it a night. I don't think we'll make it to Rep 7, but... I love being called racist by people. It's the funniest thing ever. I had a person literally just drop a random comment in one of my videos. Had nothing to do with anything. Just drop this comment saying that I was a racist. And I was like, what?
If you spend any amount of time on the internet, eventually you will be called racist.
Can you go over how Destiny could potentially be an allegory for Protestantism? I don't think Destiny is. I answered that question. I said I don't think Destiny is an allegory for Protestantism.
The game?
I don't like I don't think Destiny the game is an allegory for Protestantism.
I don't know enough about Destiny.
Yeah, I barely know anything about Destiny for me to even have that discussion.
Destiny 2, I didn't particularly feel Protestant going through it.
Raven, best beginner hero? Raider.
No.
Raider is honestly the best beginner hero. Alright. Well, we're not on Twitch tonight, so I can't raid anybody. Sad, I know. Let's get rid of stuff we don't need. We're very close, guys. One more push and I'll reach rep 7 and we'll be just about done. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for joining, but I'm going to call it there. Wait, do you not play Destiny? No, I don't play Destiny. I barely touch it. I touched it like once and I lost interest.
Oh, I get why Destiny is related to Protestantism. It has to do with Calvinism, because it was predestined. There, I made a joke.
Anyway, alright guys, that's it. I'm done. I need a break and I want to watch some riff tracks, so... Yeah, Lark, you're already ready to go. I'm pulling out the remote right now. You're putting on some riffs. Let's go. Who you gonna get to rip those tracks? Yeah, like, bro. Anyway, good night, guys. Take care. See you next time. Oh, wait, before I go. Lark, what's going on tomorrow again? Anything tomorrow night?
I'll hang out with some of the boys.
Okay, I might stream tomorrow night. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Later.